Welcome to Only Murders in My Mind. Hello listeners, it's Thursday, it's 5 p.m. and it's Only Murders in My Mind. And once again, there's an empty seat where Mike should be. But we've got Liz here. Yay!
Yes. Thank you. And we're not guilty, Your Honour.
Nothing to do with us whatsoever.
No.
Just a quick mention because, you know, you might think Only Murders in My Mind is very similar to a certain television series, which is coming back.
Yes. I was going to tell you, but obviously you already know.
Yeah, so probably, well, definitely by the time you hear these episodes, because we are a bit of ahead of ourselves, aren't we, when we record?
We generally are,
We have to be. It'll have started. Can't wait.
I know. Very exciting.
So
and I tell you what else.
What?
Tomorrow,
Yeah?
Clown Town.
Clown Town. Do I know that one?
Slough House 9.
Really?
Slough House 9.
Oh, exciting.
Yes.
Oh.
Plus, the series is coming back soon as well.
Yes, it is. Yeah.
So plenty to go at.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And we still need to make a date to watch the film.
We do.
Yes.
Thursday Murder Club.
Yeah, so
Yes.
we'll organise that.
I've been very diligently not watching it.
I haven't. I've been tempted.
Every so
but
often, someone in the house will go, "Oh, there's Thursday." I'm like, I can't.
No.
I absolutely cannot.
No, we're going to have an afternoon with popcorn here. Seeing as it's not really gone out to the big cinemas. I think there was a few places it went out to for a few days, and that was about it. But today's episode and topic is about Agatha Christie's poisons.
Yes.
Da da da.
And some poisons generally, I suppose.
Yeah, well, yeah, definitely.
How does your
poison.
garden grow?
Oh yes, with silver bells and cockle shells and so pretty maids.
Yeah.
Was it silver
Is
maids?
there an Agatha story called that? How does your garden grow?
There is a Agatha Christie story that involves poison, and
There's millions of those.
That is in it. I can't remember if that's the title, to be honest with you, because just as a figure, apparently there are 83 instances of poisons in her novels. 83. Now, we do know that she was a pharmacist in the First World War, and as I recorded recently, she actually did take exams in this. It wasn't just, learning on the job in a situation like that was very common. It was an emergency situation, and you would learn as you went along, sort of thing. But she actually, she really loved doing this particular job. It was something for her inquiring mind, and she did get qualifications in it.
Yeah. And I think also because she'd had, to be honest, quite a rudimentary sort of scrappy education, hadn't she?
Yeah.
I think her mum had thought that, too much education was a bad thing. So
why waste it on somebody who's going to get married into society and have
don't.
children?
I know,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know. And then look what happened.
Everything. She was a woman who knew her own mind. Apart from the time when she disappeared, and a lot of people say that she didn't know her own mind then, but that's a different.
I suspect
different
she
topic.
knew exactly what she was doing.
I do as well. Yeah.
But yes, How Does Your Garden Grow was one of Poirot's early cases.
As I remember the poisoner setting out all the shells to make them look really nice on the little bit of garden that she was decorating. That's what sticks in my mind about that.
Yes.
So I'll just talk about a few of the common poisons that we probably all know and love.
You might. I'm not sure I do.
Yeah. So we know about arsenic, we know about cyanide, and we know about morphine. Though,
are all those of plant derivation?
No, arsenic and cyanide are from the Earth's crust.
Oh.
Morphine obviously comes from the poppies and things like that. It starts off as opium.
Yes.
And
In fact, I've got an article here called Agatha Christie's Potent Plants, and there's some lovely poppies at the top of it.
They are beautiful.
They are gorgeous. It's such a pretty. It's like lots of photos. It looks very pretty.
Yeah, and we know that
and deadly.
Sherlock was a bit of an opium. Did he smoke an opium pipe in some of the books?
He had a pipe, which was a normal pipe, and he had his Persian slipper, and he had a 7% solution of cocaine that he went at.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, and that's where we get the modern derivative of morphine. We get it from those type of plants, sort of thing. So, and couple of less common ones that you'll have heard of probably recently, and one is thallium. When I'm quite interested in that for another reason.
Yes, there's an Agatha book which has very prominently thallium poisoning. I won't say which one.
No, you've got
have to read them all until you find it. And that's your homework.
Ricin.
Oh yes,
that's another one.
Where's that from?
Ricin is from, just a minute, I'll tell you in a minute.
Sorry, I'm asking awkward questions.
No, and actually, cyanide is from a plant, I think. Thallium is a heavy metal.
Yes.
And ricin is from the castor oil plant.
Well, there you go.
So that can be, in theory, easily sought, So yes, you'd have to know how to make it. The thing with ricin is it's clear, it's tasteless. I don't
very dangerous.
think it leaves any trace after a while. A lot of poisons leave the body quite quickly. And I know when the detectives are testing for certain drugs in different cases, if they don't do it very quickly, it's gone out the body. I'm thinking of things like what's the date rate one?
Rohypnol?
Yeah. And very often the only way they can test for some drugs is by the hair follicles and things like that.
Yes.
They go into the hair follicles.
I think arsenic is one that hangs around for a while.
I think it does, yeah.
That apparently is where a lot of the vampire legends come from.
Oh, right.
Because you have these very pretty looking corpses and the hairs continue to grow, and that's a kind of an arsenic thing.
Yeah. So what's in your article then? That sounds really interesting.
Okay, well it's from a blog actually called That Travel Lady in Her Shoes, and it's about someone, and she's basically gone to Greenway, and she's having a look at some of the plants at Greenway.
All right.
So which is interesting. One of them is aconite or monk's hood. And when you ingest that, then symptoms include stomach problems, numbness, tingling. Death occurs within hours.
Wow.
I know. And she's also very helpfully listed the books that it appears in of Agatha's. Slightly worrying she's got all these in her garden. But yes, there's 2 novels that include it. Aspirin from Willow.
Yeah.
Well-known headache remedy, toxic in large doses.
Yeah.
So, there's a couple of those mentioned here. One of which is very relevant to Greenway, and I'm not going to tell you what it is. But also there's another incidence of aspirin, I think, in one of her books that isn't mentioned here, where it's part of an unsuccessful suicide attempt.
Ah, right. Yeah.
But yes, there's lovely pictures of all the plants as well. Deadly nightshade.
Yes.
Belladonna, in other words.
Which is
ancient herbal remedy.
Foxglove's digitalis, isn't it?
I think that's, foxgloves are digitalis.
Yeah.
But yes, belladonna brings on hallucinations, delirium and convulsions, and it's used in traditional witchcraft. Yes. Cyanide from the prunus family.
Yep.
Potent and rapid, causing breathing difficulties, convulsions and asphyxia. So yes, I mean sparkling cyanide, obviously. Plus another. Datura, which is thorn apple, which apparently was taken by Native American Indians to communicate with spirits.
Okay.
So it causes hallucinations and insanity. And there's a couple of Agatha books with that in. Ricin has been mentioned, causes violent stomachache and kidney failure, slow acting. Popular bedding plant, apparently. Yellow jasmine.
Oh, right.
Yeah, which can mess you up. So double vision, wellness and nervous system problems. And if you have an awful lot of it, you just die.
Yeah.
Henbane, traditional herb of witchcraft.
I've heard of that.
Yeah. Kind of a creepy looking plant, actually. Look, there's a picture of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you wouldn't just... Yeah, it doesn't look at all appetising. Causes stomach upset, excessive salivation, headaches and convulsions. And then we've got the good old poppy, which obviously you go into a lethal sleep. Nicotine.
Yes.
From Nicotania.
Yes, I remember. I can't remember whether it was an Agatha Christie, but I remember somebody being poisoned.
In there, yes.
Being poisoned by nicotine.
But yes, highly toxic, easily absorbed. Symptoms like vomiting and convulsions precede a quick death. Oxalic acid, which apparently is found in many plants in small amounts. So again, if you concentrate it, severe stomach upset, lethargy and death. And a lovely picture close up of a big foxglove here.
Oh, they're pretty.
They are so pretty and they're so dangerous. But the thing is, you can use it to treat heart problems, can't you?
Yeah.
But too much of it. And I think, isn't it one of those ones where actually an effective dose and a lethal dose, and not
digoxin is given in tiny amounts to slow and regulate the heart. So if you give it in too much, it will stop and regulate the heart.
Yes.
And
the last one here is you.
Yeah, no, I forget that's poisonous, and it is, isn't it? Yeah.
But yes, lots of stomach upsets. So yes.
I know with aspirin.
If you go to Greenway, don't eat the plants.
No. Aspirin is can be given as an anticoagulant.
Yes.
And if you have too much aspirin, you can get gastric bleeds. And that's probably
it's like advice, isn't it? That you know, I've occasionally heard about, take an aspirin a day to prevent. Is it to prevent strokes?
Yes, yeah. One of the it used to be one of the medication for somebody with something like not rheumatoid arthritis. I'm trying to think of sort of arthritis that comes on as a child. And they'd give them aspirin for the pain in the joints and things because it's very effective. But they'd give it, and one of the other things they know when they're given too much because you get tinnitus, you get ringing in your ears if you have too much aspirin. But yes, you have to be careful because, as I say, it can cause bleeds. But going back to thallium, the reason I'm interested in that, because I said, well, where'd you get thallium from? I'm going to say it's a soft, heavy metal. It's tasteless, odorless, and water soluble, and it comes from mining. It's sort of an offshoot of what they process when they're doing different mining.
How can you get hold of it? Because that's the thing with all these plants. Presumably it's quite easy.
Yeah, thallium. I would imagine. I mean, we've got the dark web, obviously, which you seem to be able to get anything. But going back, I would have thought it would be extremely hard to get hold of.
Yeah.
And it says here that it is used in optical and medical science. Now, I know this because when I was a nurse in Cumbria, we used to have patients that came in and they had thallium scanning.
Right.
So this was with people who couldn't do a treadmill test because they got too breathless or they just couldn't do it. Right. And it was to send the blood pressure up.
Oh, right. Okay.
So they would inject them with thallium and the thallium would go through the bloodstream and cause their blood pressure to go up. And I did a paper on it, and we used to have to monitor them afterwards because of the possible side effects from it. And I remember once I was prepping for my patient to come back because they used to just sit in a chair with a nice cup of tea and something to eat when they'd had the thallium scanning. She came over and said, "This man's collapsed, what do we do?" So I went tearing over, and there were some doctors there by then. It was nothing to do with the infusion, they hadn't even started it. He just wasn't well, he ended up getting admitted. But I was thinking, oh no, please let him be all right, because there were possible side effects. There are with any drugs, let's face it. But yeah, when that comes up, I'm going, yes, but it can be used for good.
So probably then you'd either have to be medical or clinical yourself or know somebody who is.
To get hold of it.
Yeah.
Somebody scientific. Yeah, somebody scientific. Whereas, as I say, with things like ricin, in theory, you could make it, I suppose, if you knew how. Agatha would know how.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, I mean, another point is... one of the things, I'm reading another article here, which is good housekeeping. So there you go. For the untrained or sinister cook, foxglove leaves could be sneakily confused for other edible greens in the garden.
Oh dear.
So yes, a very interesting salad that would be.
Yeah. And we've got a recent. I mean, when I say recent, I mean like in the last couple of days. The mushroom murderer in Australia.
Yes. Well, we're recording this. It's the 8th today, isn't it? Yes. And today is sentencing.
Yeah.
So, yes. And
so how many people did you see?
Well, she tried for 4, didn't she? But I think she one of them escaped.
Oh, right. So 3 deaths.
Yeah.
And what mushrooms was she using? Do we know?
Oh, good question. I mean, I think she'd foraged, hasn't she?
Yeah.
And she might have bought some mushrooms as well. But yeah, there were all sorts of instances of her being on forums about foraging and where certain mushrooms were to be found. Yeah. And she got rid of a dehydrator as well, and she disposed of the plates that she used. So yeah, it was all and also what came out. I don't know if you saw this today. Once the actual verdict has been done, I think they lifted the ban on the other bit of the reporting, which was that basically her husband, now estranged, had had all sorts of like interesting things going on,
complaints.
including being in a coma for several weeks.
Oh, my dear goodness.
Yeah, so he'd had a very lucky escape.
Now, you see, was that her trying to kill people, or was that thingy by proxy?
What, Munchausen?
Munchausen's by proxy. I'm thinking more with the husband. I mean, complete strangers or people you don't know very well. That's definitely...
Yeah, but I mean, she invited him as well.
Oh, gosh.
He declined.
Unsurprisingly. I'm not surprised.
Mm.
Yeah. But, yeah, because mushrooms, I mean, when you see mushrooms when you're out walking, you look at them, you think, And red caps, I know, aren't really one you want. Anything with red in is usually a sign that you shouldn't go near it.
Well, it's
isn't
red for danger, isn't
exactly.
it? Yeah, we occasionally do a bit of a mushroom thing because my husband went on a course, you see.
Yeah, we see. That's different,
yeah.
isn't it?
And the thing is, it was a local course, so we got taken to places, and so, specifically told, right, those mushrooms there on that log are fine.
Yeah.
But there's all sorts of things like there's jellied ears, which are fine.
Yeah.
There's turkey tails, which are fine. And then there's something else which is a sort of a false turkey tail. And the thing is, if you eat that one, you won't die, but you'll have a very uncomfortable time and you'll need to stay near a toilet for like a couple of days. Yeah. So you have to be careful with that.
Yeah. I mean, I've got down here in my notes, I don't know, I know you've got some more stuff. Her knowledge helped, because of people reading her books, etc., helped solve real case murders.
Oh yeah, because they'd actually quote from her books.
Yes, in the thallium.
Yeah, to say, and this is what these are the effects that would happen, and this is exactly correct, and this would have been the dosage.
Yeah,
so
very clever lady.
Yeah,
and I think probably when you do hear about. I mean, I've known cases of children being admitted to hospital on a regular basis where it has been Munchausen's, but they call it something else now, but Munchausen's by proxy. And the thing that's been that they've been given is high doses of like salt.
Oh.
So the kids have been drinking like salty solutions and things like that, been vomiting and got dehydrated, etc.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a strange one, that one, Munchausen's.
It is.
Yeah.
I mean, I suppose the thing is with some of these things, because it's difficult with poison, certainly if you're writing a contemporary mystery, because, a lot of them, like arsenic, are very hard to get hold of these days. Yeah. It's not like where you could just, get morphine or strychnine or whatever you fancied, like across the counter from your local chemist. They tend not to do that now. But when you have things with the plant derivation, assuming that, the person has the knowledge to actually synthesize. Yeah, I was thinking, is that the right word?
Yeah,
so
it is synthesize it, isn't it?
Yeah.
But then we got the case of the Russian guy who was killed by, I never remember which one it is. In London, he was exposed to.
Oh yes.
Do you know what I mean? Don't you?
I do. Tea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that obviously is a case of poisoning, but that's bringing us right into like science fiction type poison, isn't it? Sort of that type of thing. I've also got the ways it can be administered. Well, it can be administered through the gastric tract by either drinking or eating it, or it can be absorbed through the skin. And in one of Liz's books, poison is absorbed through the skin, isn't it?
Ooh, I'm just trying to think which one.
The book, when he's got hold of the book and the poison's on the pages of the
book. Yes, of course. Yeah. Well, that's also because he's one of these people who always licks his finger to turn the pages.
Yes, that was it. Yeah, a lot of people do that though, don't they? So
that's the thing, I suppose. It's like working out how you're going to use it. Because, so many people have done the poison in the tea. And it's also, you've got to be able to disguise the taste of it if it's one that's particularly bitter. So, in some of Agatha's, it's been put into like a glass of whiskey or something, which will probably do the trick.
In jam. I think that was in one of her books where the poison was put into jam.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was. And even obviously, we get things where people are injected with poisons now. You often see it in crime mysteries, especially if they're on the television, where somebody's in hospital and they're hooked up to an IV and somebody just comes along and pushes some insulin into the drip while they're lying there, asleep.
And I suppose one of the complications again with the food thing is it works really well in a country house where like people will probably have breakfast brought up to their room, or there'll be someone serving things, and there'll be an opportunity for you to sort of wander across the room and do whatever it is, turn the bookcase round or swap the cups and all of that. But most people tend to eat their meals with their family around a table, so that's a bit more difficult.
I was thinking about a Dalgleish one. The nurse. It was about a nursing home. And one of the victims got poisoned by drinking chocolate, or cocoa. It would probably have been. And I can remember when I was in a nursing home, when I was trained to be a nurse, and we very often would make milky drinks when we went to bed, and we know, I'll make them for the two people in the rooms next to me, and this is what had happened in there. And I just remember that they were one of the nurses got killed because she drank hot chocolate with poisoning, and the reason that it was the hot chocolate was because she liked it very sweet, and it masked the taste of whatever the poison was, which I can't remember now. But usually when they fall to the ground, gripping their throat on the television, and then they start foaming at the mouth, it's usually a sign that it's poison.
Is it now?
They've been poisoned.
I'll remember that next time I watch something on TV.
Yeah, so, and as, another thing is you could get, and we've had this in different things. Again, I think there's one in Agatha Christie where there's some sort of venom involved, snake venom.
Yes, I can certainly think of one of those where, again, you need some specific access to that, and of course the person has it.
Yes, again, very, very, very rare, very unusual.
In fact, wasn't that one of Knox's rules about, no untraceable poisons, please?
Yes. We all break that
blow
rule.
Pipes.
We all break that rule.
Because there's one where, Poirot's trying to create some sort of diversion to see whether it's possible to, like, shoot a dart from a blowpipe.
That's right.
Yeah, and he's in an enclosure. And, of course, everyone's, like, gaping at him thinking, what the heck is that man doing?
Well, you've got in your hand there one of your books.
I have. I've found one out. But
which has got some poison in.
It has got some poison in. I'm not going to go into detail about it or tell you which book it is, but basically the scenario is somebody's going to get poisoned. Well, somebody gets killed, and it's a sort of a country house scenario. So there are servants, and of course, the person isn't particularly popular and has crossed all sorts of people. So there's all sorts of people who,
could have done it.
could want that person dead. But we kind of went for it. So in this book, there's the person takes medicine. So one of the possibilities for the murder could be that one of the servants has taken the medicine bottle and washed it out and filled it up with water.
Yeah.
So she's not getting the medicine she needs to keep her alive.
That's true, yeah.
Yes. And then the person who's accused of that then turns to another member of staff and says, but what about those extra tonics you were making for her?
Yeah.
So it's like they've cancelled each other out then. And then also there's foxgloves that grow, not in the garden necessarily, but, probably in a field not too far away. So there's that to go at. And there's also the person who died has got a little fibre or something stuck in their throat, which again could be another way that they died. So yes, and also somebody tries to nobble the detectives by putting poison into a bottle of port. But they haven't realised that, if you send a bottle of port to two lady detectives, they're not going to go through it in an afternoon and end up dead. They're going to have a little sip and go, that's enough for now.
Yes, yeah,
feel a bit funny now.
Not like the vicar and the male detective that might polish it off.
Yes.
So, and this other book is for arsenic.
Yes, A is for arsenic, and I've kind of brought it. It's recommended reading. The Poisons of Agatha Christie by Catherine Harkup, and we actually went to a talk by her at Daresbury Laboratories.
Yeah,
because they used to do. I don't know if they still do. They used to do a lecture series. So we actually got the book after going to the lecture, and it's great. The introduction is called Dame Agatha's Deadly Dispensary, which sets the scene very well. The first chapter is called A is for Arsenic, and it references lots of Agatha books. So A is for arsenic, B is for belladonna, C is for cyanide, D is for digitalis. And if you could see the copy I've got here, you'd see I've got all sorts of sticky tabs in it where I've used it for reference. But yes, esserine, hemlock, monkshood, nicotine, opium, phosphorus, ricin, strychnine, thallium, and veronal are all referenced in the book. And I think she's done a follow-up now. So if you're interested in that, it's a great book. It's really entertaining, but there is solid science in it as well.
Yeah.
Because Catherine Harkup is a chemist and an author and an Agatha Christie fan. So there you go. And she's also a very engaging speaker. So if you get the chance to hear her speak, then go for it.
That sounds like it would be a good topic.
Yes, my husband got it from her birthday present, which probably says quite a lot about our relationship.
It's all right. I can remember being on a plane once and my husband shouting down the plane to the stewardess, "Can I have some poison for the wife?" It was a perfume.
Ah, of course.
Particularly liked,
that takes me back.
Yeah, it's gone a long time ago. Yeah, so I think that's been really interesting because, as I say, it used to be the murder weapon of choice, especially for women, it would seem, but we still see it cropping up in everyday murders around the world even now because people think they can get away with it, and what we know is that the detection of these things is so much better these days. There are still ones that are really difficult to pin down,
and also you leave an internet trail.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried because I've been researching poisons on the internet. I expect a SWAT team to come to my house sometime in the next few weeks and search the cupboards, but hopefully not.
Just give them all a nice whiskey, it'll be fine.
Or a glass of port.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Well, we'll leave it there, and we'll get back to you same time next week with another episode. And until then, bye from me and bye from Liz.
Bye.
You have been listening to Only Murders in My Mind, a Random Thought production, produced by John Bissett. The music in Peril was composed and recorded by OM Studio Strings.